So, I mean, it's no secret that my husband and I were at war. When I turned my corner, um, I'm an artist, and I would like to share some of the tools that I've used to help me get through this. Get yourself the biggest roll of paper you can find. Get yourself a writing tool, whatever feels good to you. Charcoal, crayon, pencil, a marker, whatever. Hang it up on that wall and go to town. Get this stuff out of you. Put it on the wall. Put it where you can see it. We were having communication issues, so I'd hang mine in the kitchen sometimes. Stick it on the mirror wherever it needed to go. No, what we went through wasn't healthy here, but we're recovering. We're starting to recover. We're starting to learn to communicate. There's hope. There is hope. My husband never hit me. Okay, I want to make that clear. He was going through his own trauma, and see, now I'm going to start justifying. I'm not justifying anything. I'm explaining why I was willing to work on the marriage. I never stopped loving him. He was in trauma when I got hurt. I was the one that was supposed to be there for him, and I'm not saying it like he's an asshole and expected anything. That's just the way it was. It was my turn to be there for him, and I couldn't be. I lost my mind. The whole world told him it wasn't his problem. They treated me like I had done something by choice. That's what happened in my case. I was treated like I had done something wrong by choice, and I was getting what I deserved. Okay? The bad treatment was encouraged. It was encouraged by everyone we knew, even the therapist he was seeing. I mean, I know she wasn't aware of the true situation here, which is I was one of her patients as well, but we won't go there. You know how the system is. We're just crazy. Lock them up. Make them take their medicine. She's not listening to you. She's not doing what she's supposed to do. She's being a victim. She's not being proactive. Blah, blah, blah. Well, the first time my husband tried to just hold me, he hadn't touched me in over 3 years. His choice, not mine. I think I terrified him. I can't speak for him, but from what I've learned and what I've witnessed with my friends and myself, is we are the people they relied on. We're the ones they counted on. They love us. We were supposed to be there, and now all of a sudden we're hurt with something that there's no help for, and no one's believing us, and we're acting crazy, and it looks like we're dying, like we're starving ourselves to death. I mean, they can't feel what we're feeling. I looked horrible, but the truth is he didn't look. He wasn't looking. He was coming home and going straight to his room after work. Once a week he'd ask me what I needed from the store. That was our existence. People were fully willing to coddle my husband and feel sorry for him. I mean, they were there for him, all my friends. They sure will. Sprocket. The outside world will let them know how bad they've got it. They will in a heartbeat. We've got nothing to offer anymore. Sprocket, please stop. Stop, baby. He's not gonna stop. Okay, we threw the Teggy. Anyway, everything our friends and family are being told is against us. It's completely against us. And then, because we're in this situation, we really can't fight for what's right because we can't afford to rock the boat. So they're allowed to behave this way because if we rock the boat and the wrong thing happens, we won't make it. We won't make it. We won't make it. So we have to behave. Now we're afraid of these people that we loved and trusted our whole lives. We're terrified of them because what they think is right for us would kill us. We wouldn't make it. The whole world is against us now. So I turn my corner and I come out of that room, and my husband had already decided he was done. He had people giving him what he needed, and I shocked him. I want to make this clear. When I turned my corner, I wasn't aware of what was going on. I was finally healing, and I was so excited. I mean, you know, I was in there just, all I wanted was my family and my husband back. That's all I wanted. He was gone. We were still living under the same roof, but we weren't friends. And 4 years had gone by now, by this time, you know, almost 4 years of me being in another room, never speaking. In a way, he was trained to be my enemy the whole time I was in there. No one ever said, you know, maybe you ought to check this out. Maybe she's telling the truth. You know, no, I was the monster in the bedroom. My partner loves me. When I turned my corner, I shocked the hell out of him. And again, remember I told you he was in trauma. We both are in trauma now together. You know, we've both been in trauma this whole time without the proper help. There is no help. Not from the outside world, anyway. I got lucky. I have a partner that was willing to work on our relationship, willing to make the changes that needed to happen, and willing to be vulnerable. And it's been very hard for him because that's just not who he is. So I'm very proud of him. But you want to talk about fighting? Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never fought like that in my life, ever. I didn't know how. I had to. You have to fight for yourselves, but pick your battles. Learn your enemy. You know, study their personalities, study whatever you have to learn how to survive. There are ways to approach people and there are ways not to. And my God, persistency, I have been consistent and persistent, and my boundaries have not moved. And they're starting to be met, and we're actually happier. Because the things I'm needing are for him as well. They're not just for me. I'm not a selfish person. But he was afraid of me. He was afraid of me. I was the freak in the bedroom, you know? Please don't think poorly of my partner. He's a good man. He was just trying to be part of the world. He wanted to belong. He wanted to fit in. We all do. Why do you think I took the pills to begin with? Why do we take these pills? We all want to belong and fit in, right? He was just doing what the world told him to do. He was given permission to dismiss me. I love you guys. I'm not sure where this video went today, but if you're listening, just know there's hope. Stand your ground. Get some tools under your belt. I do havening. If we start to get uneasy in here, I will leave the room. I'll just leave the area. You know, there's no reason to fight. You don't have to. Communication is key. But first they have to believe us. And the only way I got mine to believe me was through healing. You can't deny this. I'm healing. Right? That's another reason I'm going to make it. I have to. For all of us. Right? We're not crazy. We're not addicts. We were poisoned. We were poisoned by medication our doctors gave us. And yes, we can heal. We can heal, and it would be so wonderful if you would just believe us. We would heal so much more quickly, and life would be so much nicer. It doesn't have to be a war. I feel like that's what it becomes, the war of the wills, you know? Ego come before a fall. I love you all. Get your paper out and start drawing.